And welcome back, one and all. We're going to be doing something here. Stop right
Stop
there.
right there.
Huh. Fine, you say it then. Hello? The Phantom
You're in the
Soldier.
wrong city, Inquisitor.
The Phantom Soldier raises his short sword to your chest.
Did you think you wouldn't be recognized here in your old home? I've seen your trials with my own eyes.
Are you going to finish your sentence? I have seen you light pyres with good people tied to them, people I'd known many a year. He seizes you by the throat, and your airway tightens. Whether real or imagined, you cannot tell. They deserve your confession. He raises the point of his sword, holding it a hair's breadth from your eye.
Thuros, what are you doing?
Startled, the soldier releases you immediately and turns to face the speaker, a woman in a plain wool tunic, fully a head shorter than he, but somehow seeming to tower over him. You have seen this woman's face before, but from afar, bloodied and burned as she lay stretched across an iron wheel. At the moment, it is marked only with concern.
An assassin sent by the Inquisition, my lady, daring to approach our camp.
If he is so poor an assassin as to approach an armed guard in daylight, I should have nothing to fear. I would hear what this man has to say. She stares him down until he can no longer face her. He turns away, sour-faced, watching you through sidelong glances, his knuckles white around the pommel of his sword.
Surely this is some trick of my mind. I did not expect to see you again.
Yavara's eyes widen as she sees your face for the first time. Grand Inquisitor Theos Ix Arcanon dispatched me here to spy on you. Yavara doesn't blink. Are things as desperate as that over there? I'd never have known. I hope your next assignment is more stimulating. Listening to my lectures is dull work for a spy. I hope there might be another reason, but you are here and that is good enough on its own. Whatever your reasons, I've missed you over all these years. Having you here now at a time when I'm surrounded by strangers is a wonderful gift. I would like for you to
I
stay
would like
here.
for you to stay
Oh,
here in our camp as my guest.
I wish you would choose when the voice acting was going to kick in. No longer able
My
to...
lady Yvara, I beg of you. This is an Inquisitor. This is a desperate attempt on your life. The only way it can succeed is if you allow it to.
No longer able to remain quiet, the soldier approaches Iavara and puts his hand on her shoulder, turning her aside. His voice is hushed, but by no means private.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was. If I can't have faith in one man's ability to reason, once he knows the truth, what hope do we have?
She brushes his hand away with the calm grace of the resolute.
My lady, he admits being a spy.
That should make him less of a threat, wouldn't you agree? I have nothing to hide. All I see here is an opportunity to persuade someone who could help us. We have many former missionaries here. They are our most loyal, our most helpful. Many have died for us. These are not people we should be turning away. And if the Inquisition wants my life, they can have it. But they know as well as I do that my cause will not die with me. Come. We have much to talk about.
Iavara beckons you somewhere behind her. Okay, so my intro got cut off a little bit, like always. We kind of walked outside into a conversation. So, in the last video, we finished Barath's quest. We destroyed the Golden Grove's leader. Well, she destroyed herself, technically. And then we killed the dwarven leader of the Blood Sands faction, who were both extending their life way beyond what the wheel should have allowed them to. Now, we have at least two more gods to go deal with. I think three, actually. But first up, we're going to go to the Temple of Hylia, I think. But first, we need to go to Old Song. Actually, you know what? While we're in Old Song, we may as well go do... what's it called? Galawain's quest. It's in the Great Maw of the Lion. I think it's a lion, or maybe it's a wolf. I think it's a wolf. It's definitely a wolf. Look at that. Galawain's Maw. So, let's go do that quest while we're here. Is there a store around here? I just want to check for items.
Many blessings, traveler.
Let me see what we got for trade. Just kind of keeping an eye on things. Alright. Nothing I particularly want. Lots of people just chilling out among the ruins. And we're gonna go inside the maw. By doing all of the god quests, we'll actually have a lot of experience, which is good because we want a couple more levels before we go fighting the big creatures. We are gonna have to go fight the Sky Dragon at a slightly lower level than I would like, although technically we are higher level than when we fought it the first time, so it shouldn't be that big of a trouble. Also, looking at our experience, it looks like our ranger and our rogue are going to be the next to level, followed by our fighter. It's a lot of fangs people in here. Deathwind and
Arensi has no
Einden.
right to defend that cowering cat in the back of the maw.
Then track her down and tell her yourself. Kareth, this is no place for sightseeing, even for you. The beasts of Galawain's maw are dangerous, and now more than ever.
A wiry elven man paces the cavern, his face etched with worry lines, and his hand irritably thumping his hip. He looks up at you and sighs. What's wrong with the beasts?
They won't fight.
He stops pacing and turns towards me. What's wrong with that?
It is not Galawain's way, and it is not the way of the maw.
The maw has always been home to one great predator. Every so often a challenger comes along and the two battle for territory. But Sewell remains in her den and Ornos cannot confront her there. Now, two mighty predators and their kin hunt from the same stock. It's thinning the herds and it's thinning patience around here too. He resumes his pacing. And this waiting, it's not the deliberate, watchful waiting of a hunter lying in ambush. It's stagnation, tedium, hoping for something to happen. He clenches his hands into fists. But I am powerless to act. One half of the fangs will cry favoritism if I drag the lioness out myself. I have received a vision from Galawain about these beasts. His tired eyes go wide. From the clever hound himself, he looks you up and down. If you truly have Galawain's blessing, I won't stand in your way. But I can believe he sends or sees a forceful champion in you. He gives you a heavy iron key. We don't normally permit outsiders to venture into the maw, but you understand that you do so at your own risk, and Sewell's lions are likely to attack intruders on sight. Still, perhaps you can coax her into fighting the bear. Do what you can to end this stalemate. Let's talk about something else. Would you favor Sewell or Ornos? He frowns. I see both sides. Sewell's cunning is unmatched, but Ornos is the mightier of the two. Both embody traits prized by Galawain. Something else? I prefer talk to action, or action to talk, sorry. But I'll answer your questions as best I can. Where can I find Sewell? Straight at the back of the maw. He points down the halls on either sides of him. You could get there either way, but mind where your feet step. The maw is a dangerous place, and Sewell's pride and her advocates are on the alert. And Ornos? Good question. Bear's out hunting right now, but he'll return soon. He's never gone for long. Alright. They want us to go in. The remains of a broken bridge, long collapsed, lead to a deep chasm. The other side of the bridge pierces through the mist at the far end of the chasm, hanging precariously over the steep fall. Examine the area. The broken stones of the bridge, weathered after centuries of disrepair, are scattered along the edge and side of the chasm. A thin mist rises from below. The stones are coated with slick green moss, making them impossible to grip safely. The wooden beams lodged between the stones on either side of the bridge, seem sturdy enough to support your weight, however. Let us toss our rope and grappling hook. You aim for the wooden beam on the opposite side of the bridge and hurl your grappling hook across the chasm. It strikes the bridge with a solid thunk. The hood snags firmly, digging into the wood as you pull. The rope tightens, taut and secure. You tie the free end of your rope to the wooden beam next to you. And now we can cross the chasm. The rope tenses and vibrates as you move forward, gripping the line. Reverberating throughout the underground cave, the creaks of the wood beams mark your every effort. You keep your progress slow and steady. The crossing is strenuous, particularly as the rope's shaking becomes more intense. Crass is obsidious, breathing grows labored, and Elaine's swift fury and the other Elaine begin to slow. At last your efforts bring you over a solid ground and you reach the other side. And we have lions. Hello, lion.
Spot on!
Realistically, nothing here stands a chance against us. We're actually
Shall
a
we
little
get
bit
some
high
shot
level
on
for
them?
this. And by a little bit high level, I mean super high level.
Kill them all!
I think I ran over a trap. Okay, let's get everyone fighting different things. I actually want her to try and get a blindness spell off. Alright, shoot.
Certainly.
Night Shroud leveled up finally. It needs killing blows. She's never gonna kill anything. Oh well. We'll try it out anyways. 13 humans with Night Shroud or unlock the next level. 13. It's not so bad. 65 total. If we can't do the 13 humans. We're going to have to be kind of careful about how we choose our humans to kill. Actually, we might be able to find some humans in here to kill.
I've got something over here.
Okay, go deal with that. We're gonna go hunting humans. Trap level 11. 330 experience. Nice. If we can find some easily executed humans. Now, does it mean human humans or kith humans? Like, does a dwarf count? I'm guessing. A dwarf doesn't count. You guys go in. That's a human.
For my friends.
Okay. Where's my cleric? Our ranger just got hammered on. There we go. You guys shoot that one. That's bear. Okay. Now we just gotta be careful not to shoot the human. You guys can kill. You can kill that one. You can kill that one, and you can go kill that. You shoot way over there so the ricochets can't hit this human. What? No! No! Everybody. Everybody that's not my main archer. No! Oh god, please don't kill him. Okay, everybody get away. There. This could be a while, he's healing. I wonder how long he'll heal for before he dies. I think he stopped healing. There we go. Come on. Finish him. Yay, we got one. That counts as a human, right? No, it counts as an enemy. What the hell was he? An elf? That sucks. You know what we could do is probably go find some assassins in Defiance Bay to kill.
Well,
Or vicious mercenary. They're gonna be hard to get killing blows on because our good friends, our hirelings, are gonna waste them. But we have 3 days to go fix that problem. Galawain Shrine. There's a lion there. A whole bunch of lions. That's a big lion. An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Sewell's domain, Estermore. She shall not leave it for Ornos or any other challenger. Why? Ornos is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear supporters want is for Sewell to leave her lair and fight in the open where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Sewell has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl and Arensi smiles. Also, Sewell has recently given birth to cubs. They are small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Sewell or Ornos. But if Sewell is killed in combat, the bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then our cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing here? She looks at the lion with something between fondness and admiration, defending the rightful champion of Galawain's maw. Ornos' supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on his own. I will deal with Ornos, I think. Good. That bear isn't nearly as strong as Einden and his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear could be killed, that would cure everyone of their delusions about it. He's still pretty friggin' big though. Look at that guy. It's true though, I mean, why would you ever give up an advantage like home base advantage? Unless you are for sure gonna win. Sallying forth against your enemy is a terrible idea. If they bring an army to your base and you can survive the siege, you have the food, you have the supplies, you have the, you know, whatever advantage is. Don't give that up. That's stupid. You know how much honor matters in a fight?
Found it.
Not at all. Because the people who win are going to say you died without honor. And if you're not the winner, then they're going to be like, he sucked at defending his castle and died. Shitty deal for him. And that's going to be the end of it. Because the victor writes history. I
What
did.
is it?
Hey guys.
Come to see the great Oernos, Estremor? He's back from his hunt. Unlike that lioness, he doesn't stay cooped up in here for long.
And why can't Ornos go and fight the
Because
lioness?
she holes up at the back of the maw, surrounded by her pride and the natural hazards of this place. It's not the proper way to meet a challenger. She's got to come out and face Oernos to keep her claim. Anyway, her prime is past. Putting that old beast down would be a mercy at this point.
Ornos is not the rightful champion.
If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones, then you stand in my way.
He hefts his axe and the bear growls, "Try me." Do you know who you're going up against? I kill everything. Literally everything I come across. Sometimes just because I want to.
Yeah?
And that bear got through. Luckily,
You're mine.
got stopped. I wish that I could have got the animals to fight. That would have been better, but you know what? I'll deal with it this way. Kill the bear clansman.
Nothing I can do.
Go hit the bear. It would appear that we have a friend. Let's kill Ornos. The bear's dead. A double exploded them. That was cool.
Rest is in order.
Yeah, we'll rest soon.
As
All
you
right.
wish.
Let's go talk to Sewell.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's quite a long walk back.
As you wish.
Any news of the bear? I've dealt with him. You chose well. Sewell's cubs will grow up to be quick and fierce, and so will the fangs if we follow their example. Thank you for resolving this, Estremor. You're welcome. Let's go see if Galawain's happy. The cubs will become more powerful, that is true. Although the bear would probably be very powerful too. I actually like cleverness over straight up strength. Just go this way. Maybe we can loot some things over in this room. I don't think we're gonna get to Hilia's quest this video, unfortunately. That poor bear though, I do feel bad for it. Oh, we can't loot. No, we can loot. I'll take the Book of the Hunt. Why not? Deathswin.
Still looking around? Watch your step. Tempers run hot around here, and not just among the animals.
I've dealt with the situation between Sewell and Ornos. And Sewell remains champion. Many of the Fangs are gladdened to see her stay. Perhaps it's Galawain's way of telling us to remember our roots and prize our cunning as hunters. Thank you for your help, Kared. May Galawain guide your path. Take this with your thanks. He seems to remember something. You might visit Tyr Everon to pray to the Lord of the Hunt. He sometimes grants special favors for those who prove themselves. And we got a cat's claw. Is there a store here? I actually think there is. Lara, I think, is the storekeeper.
Tread carefully, Estramor.
An Orlan woman stands ankle deep in the sand, sharpening a spearhead. You must be Bethwell's new Estramor. Truth, when I'd heard she let another in, I almost went to the Passage of the Six myself to share words. She points the flint spearhead at you. However, have others foreigners come this way recently? Glenfellan, worshippers of Rimgan, they claim. Simply looters and defilers by another name, that's the truth. The spearhead flashes as she shakes the door. They disappeared behind the doors of Noonfrost, and now our lake turns to ice, and the cold creeps ever closer. She digs a trench in the sand with a barefoot. Yes, Bethwell is timid, and she convinced the other Amenfatha that we must respect these Estramoran and their traditions, no matter what mischief guides their hands. She raises her head, slowly looking back towards the entrance. Sounds like you should take matters into your own hands. Few Estramoran understand this, she says while nodding. I sent my own sister, one of the finest scouts, to sniff out the Pale Elf's corruption. I was certain the Amenfatha could not ignore the defilement in Noonfrost once Alwyn's own eyes had seen it, but she hadn't returned. She looks away. Now I bear the responsibility for her fate, and I can't send the Fangs after her without openly defying the Amenfatha. I'll go look for her. She gives you a guarded look. I don't dare to hope. Whatever catastrophe has befallen Noonfrost does not feel like the work of Kith, but nothing would bring me greater joy than seeing her again. She glances at the sand and frowns. I would take any assistance you can give. Goodbye. I'll help you out with that. No biggie. Where does this lead? We don't have a key. Okay. Maybe there is no store here. That sucks. Let's go turn in this quest. We'll call it a video, and that's going to be the last one. This is a long weekend for me. I took some days off, Thursday and Friday. Today is Thursday, obviously. So I'm going to post this video along with the others I've done today. And we are going to call it for the weekend. So the next video after this one's going to be on Monday. I know it's a bit of a wait, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy my days off. Just chill out, relax, go visit my fiance. That's my goal. Noonfrost, by the way, is right there. That's one of the other places we have to go. That's where Rimmergen's quest is, obviously. And then we just have Hylia's quest. That's 4 quests. And that's going to be good times. We will be more or less ready to deal with some of the tougher fights. We are going to have to kill Hylia's dragon.
Some good.
Or the dragon blocking Hylia's temple. Anyways. And then we will go from there, I guess. Kill the dragon, do Noonfrost, and then we should be high enough level. Well, we will definitely be high enough level to go do things like the Adder Dragon. Maybe move on to Consulhot's Tower. That place is such a shit show, though. The enemies there are just so nasty. The mercenary group is very powerful. It's 10 o'clock. I have to get 2 fillings done today. Apparently I am not brushing well enough, which is stupid. I should have 2 tiny cavities on the same tooth on either side. Maybe I'm just missing that spot or something. But still sucks. Galawain. You kneel, howl back. Oh, there we go. Something leaps from the bushes nearby. You find yourself pinned on your back, staring into the amber eyes of a massive hound. The beast looks at you, gleaming fangs protrude from the sides of its mouth. Its nose twitches as it inhales your scent, starting at your shoulder, then proceeding down the length of your arm. You follow its nose to your hand, which is covered in blood. A tongue as red and meaty as steak lolls out of its mouth and swipes your bloody hand. Its lips curl into what looks like a smile. The beast looks back at you and it fixes you with glowing eyes. Its muzzle retreats into a long bearded face, and its pointed ears lengthen, drooping to the sides of its head. What was a massive hound becomes a giant of a man, his broad, muscled shoulders draped with furs. He holds a flint knife to your neck and grins, revealing a row of long, pointed
The
teeth.
lioness reigns still, and soon her cubs will rise. Why did you strike the bear down?
His voice is a growling whisper. The lioness had found an advantage and held it. Her cunning made her the more deserving champion. Actually, no, if Ornos could not seize his victory, he did not deserve it.
Worthiness is proven in conflict. Might grappling with might. Flesh tears, bones break, and the ones that mend are stronger still. Blood mixes, and the worthier substance rises to the top.
The changeling throws his head.
You have proven worthy.
The changeling throws his head back and closes his eyes, breathing deeply of the cool air. He lets out a howl that rings through the air and lowers his head, puffs of steam rising from his panting mouth. Twigs crunch and branches snap. The ground shivers under the weight of pacing, prowling footsteps. A dozen beasts, bears, wolves, and long-fanged cats stalk out of the undergrowth, their matching amber eyes fast on you. As the beasts encircle you, their master rises to his feet. Even the largest of the bears only reaches brown and muscle-knotted shoulders. You stand, mindful of the ring of predators surrounding you.
You sought and won the favor of Galawain. What new prey do you now pursue?
You already know who I'm looking for.
To track a quarry, you must understand its movements. And Theos follows the path of a more powerful master.
Gallowain the changeling bares his sharpened teeth again. A warm breeze carries the smell of smoke and gunpowder. Sparks ignite and float in the draft, catching in the leaves over Gallowain's head. A sudden blast of heat scalds your face, and even as you turn away, a flash of light sears your vision through your eyelids. When you look back, you see a woman in full plate standing next to Gallowain. Her mirror-polished armor flickers with images of reflected flames. You can't see her face, but her voice is strong and clear like the ringing of steel.
Let him know his foe.
Theos has trapped thousands of souls in sun and shadow, like rabbits in a snare. Now, he goes there to retrieve the kill for his master, Woodica.
One of the bears paws at the ground in irritation, its hackles rising.
She will feast on them, suck their marrow, grow strong on their essence.
The god closes his eyes and inhales deeply. As a Stelgar watches you, it licks its lips, its tongue scraping long fangs. Why would Theos help Woodica?
Because he is her hound. He has always done her bidding.
His eyes dart to another figure standing just behind Magrin.
Woodica stands for an old order. So does Theos.
Her helm pivots sharply towards him. A golem made of black and pitted iron steps out of Magrin's shadow. Its movements are slow yet precise, each footfall accompanied by the groaning and grinding of metal. The steady orange glow of furnace coals emanates from its eye sockets. Go away. In Abaddon's crude yet efficient form, you see an uncanny resemblance to the eyeless, yet its limbs are more finely wrought, his joints more flexible.
They both fear change, and the Deerwood has changed much recently. People find answers not in the gods, but in animancy, the product of their own labors.
A gear clicks within the jaw and Abaddon speaks.
And why not? When they have learned that even a god can be killed.
Reflected flames shiver in Magrin's armor. Animancy doesn't seem to trouble you. The three gods seem to look at each other. One of the wolves sits and scratches its neck with quick strokes of its hind legs.
The clash of ideas, the search for answers and meaning. These are other hunts.
Gallowain shrugs his broad shoulders.
This is the destiny of Kith, to struggle and transform, even through animancy.
Magrin's pauldrons shift as she clasps her hands behind her back.
And to improve. Steady labor and earnest industry elevate Kith above Wilder and Beast. It is also useful that they should learn to improve their souls, whether through struggle, transformation, or labor. On this, at least, we have no disagreement.
A scarred Stelgar growls and flicks its tail. You haven't done anything to stop him.
There is a pact. One Woodica herself has just barely kept. We gods must allow mortals to direct their own affairs.
This limit keeps peace between us.
So Woodica directs Theos, and he does her will.
It is not our fight.
One wolf nips at another, and its fellow growls back. What should I do about it?
Track Theos. Follow the trail he has left for you, and corner him in sun and shadow.
You have hired out your strength in the service of others, Watcher. Now we ask that you employ your talents for the benefit of all of the Deerwood. You must stop Theos before he empowers Woodica.
And if you do, you will have a different decision to make.
Gears whir and clank as Abaddon gives you a slow nod.
Souls were ripped from the world, ripe and full and pulsing with essence. Scatter them like bones to a pack of dogs. Their essence will strengthen the souls of the Deerwood. Let the remains of the dead feed the survivors.
If Wodaka can accomplish this, perhaps she deserves her victory. The bear at Gallowain's side rises on its hind legs and roars. It falls back on all fours with a ground-shaking thud. Gallowain points his chipped flint dagger at you.
A victory that leaves her ruler of all. No room for conflict, no struggle, not even between the gods.
Be careful what you wish for, mortal. Wodaka's ways are regressive. Her laws never change, her authority never ebbs, and she never forgets a slight.
Wodaka would crush the Deerwood simply out of vengeance for the rebellion against Adir, her favorite. She would stamp out Animancers, Godslayers from the Saints' War, and anyone else she viewed as heretical or dangerous.
So here's the thing. I get that Wodaka wants the souls. There's a couple thousand souls or whatever, and soul energy is powerful. I totally understand that. That's cool. But she is one god, and there are like 10 other ones. Surely the combined might of 10 other gods against one, even empowered god, would just overwhelm her and she would die. I would think, personally. Why would I feed the lost soul's essence to the rest of the Deerwood?
To breed strength. Power is born from the mixing of essence and blood.
The wolves snarl and snap.
What Theos did cannot be undone. Thousands of lives have changed, and thousands more have ended because of his actions. But transformation gives purpose to trial.
A plume of flame ripples across her breastplate.
And improvement is the goal of all Kith. Long lives, prosperous futures, stronger minds and bodies. Strengthening those who remain will help repair the damage that Theos has done to the Deerwood.
I don't see why I should care.
Because your soul will be at her mercy, and already you know too much.
Wodaka will not keep the pact. She will interfere with mortals the very way we have always avoided. Your development will no longer be in your own hands.
Stagnation. You will be caged and stunted.
A Stelgir roars. Okay, got my
And when
Theos
you
then.
descend the pit to sun in shadow, you can count on our assistance to see you safely through. As I hope we can count on yours when you reach the bottom. There are many souls upon the burial isle that are sworn to serve us. They belong to you now, and they shall guide your descent.
The beasts grow restless, pawing the ground and eyeing you with renewed interest. The bear sniffs at the ground next to your leg. One Stelgir skulks into the circle, its amber eyes glowing. Gallowain hurls his knife between your feet, sinking it to its handle. He raises his empty hand.
Hunt him, mortal. And when you stop him, let the souls he has captured feed the Deerwood.
Strengthen the souls of those who remain. Prepare them to face the challenges that will follow. Pledge that you will do this, and we will grant you a power fit for the finest warrior who ever lived.
Betray us, and my beasts shall track you down. Our allegiance is not to be accepted and cast aside.
I would hear what the other gods have to say first.
Consider and calculate, but decide.
Gallowain's hand falls, and the growling pack lunges into the circle. The vision vanishes in an instant, returning you to Tyr Everon, where the burning candles replace the glowing eyes of Gallowain's beasts. Alright, quest number 2 completed. We still have a couple to do. So that is sort of the chaotic one. We have Rimmergun, Andra, and Skane left to do, and we have Hylia as well. So it's going to be interesting. Also, how long until our keep is attacked? We should probably go deal with that. I'll do that between videos, because there's really no point. It's going to be a pointless, annoying, stupid fight. So let's send him off to do that quest, and that's going to be the end of this one. And the end for the weekend, actually. So I will see you guys on Monday, or not Monday, Sunday night. There will be a new video uploaded. Like always, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please hit them below, and take care.